Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for today's continuous discussion on Bhaktiyaloka. Today is 20th day. So that means we have total solid 40 hours when we are studying this Bhaktiyaloka. We are trying to immerse in that subject. So those who have, and also it's also uploaded in YouTube, so we can keep it as reference. So in the future, if you feel like to study again, you can still refer from the YouTube channel. And today is a very auspicious day, 7th March 2025. And we have another exactly 7 days to celebrate the most glorious festival in the for the year. That is Sri Gaura Purnima. Gaura Purnima means the coming Paurnami, the coming full moon. It is the most auspicious full moon. And that's the day that our Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Sri Krishna and Radha and Krishna combined, appeared in this world to save all the untouchables like us. In Kali Yuga, everyone is basically untouchables, malichas, outcasts. No? So, but they were so merciful. They came forward. They came here, and they brought up this glorious Harinam Sankirtan, and to deliver all of us from this material distress. Okay, so that's something that we all should look forward. And I'm planning on that day, Friday, planning to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially on the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. It's very auspicious. So from now onwards, let's meditate on that festival, because just 7 days from now, just think what are the service that you can do. Like for instance, you like to, okay, like for instance, when a child is born, when you go to visit a child, what are the things that you bring? Coconut, flowers, betel leaves, betel nut, then gifts, like dresses and all these things. Okay, so all these kind of things you can meditate upon. So you have exactly 1 week, and those who have not visited ISKCON temple, this is the must visit time to any of ISKCON temple. Okay, if any one of you are around Ipoh, all of you, we would like to cordially welcome you to come and visit our Parama Karuna Nittai Gauranga. Our deity of his Parama Karuna is one of the most beautiful deity in the world. That's our Guru Maharaj, Srila Jayapataka Swami came. When he saw the deity, he said, this is the most prettiest deity on earth. Then like that, then we thought, okay, then after that, there's so many devotees come, they visited our temple and they said, yes, this is the most beautiful form of Gaur Nitai. Right? I just off my camera, you can see the Gaur Nitai. Right? So can you see the photo? That is our deity. That is Lord Nityananda. So that is the Lord Nityananda, the deity. Oh, let me pin so that everyone can see. Wait, how come I can't see? Just give me a second. I just background choose video spotlight for everyone. Okay. All right. Now, okay. So that's the deity of our. This is our Nityananda Prabhu. So this is one of the most prettiest and most merciful deity. And this celebration of Gaur Purnima is something that we should celebrate like like Deepavali or like Janmashtami and all this. Okay, Janmashtami happened 5,000 years ago. Okay, Krishna born around 5,300 years, something like that. But not Chaitanya, just born around 500 plus years ago. So it is still hot from the oven, and we are so fortunate that we are within that 500 years or 500 plus years in this movement after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Okay, so with that meditation, let's do our invocation prayer, and just keep this in your mind. Just think, what do you plan to do on this Chaitanya? I mean, on Gaura Purnima. It's advised to fast until moonrise. So when the moon starts, first thing we wake up in the Mangalarti, you start fasting until evening when the moon rises around 7:30 p.m. All right, you break your fast. Okay. If possible, take a full fast. That's the best option. Second option with water. Third option with fruits. Okay, at least try to do something. And the most important, just simply fasting and remaining idle is not a good idea. All right, because the fasting means you're shutting down all your active senses. That's what we have read yesterday. Shutting down active senses and engaging our mind and our intelligence, okay, in absorbing in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. So if those who have got a Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can start reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, or you can go to Veda base and you can read. But the most important on that day, you have to visit Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's temple. The only place that you can find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in ISKCON. Like some says, can I go to nearest Perumal temple, Vishnu temple? Okay, that is the best. But of course, the most important to go to the place where Lord Chaitanya is going to be worshipped and glorified. Because he came to save us. So this is the time that we should celebrate his appearance. Okay. So with that, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutta Padakamanam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagarajadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vignanadayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jwala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Patidanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdasta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhauma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Paritanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavevayo Namo Namaha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kantanam Stute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratase Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivashari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hari Om Tat Sat Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Bhutale Srimadi Jaya Pataka Swami Nityanamini Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayini Gaura Kadata Madaya Nagara Brahma Tarini Shila Guru Maharaj. Okay, so let's continue our discussion. So yesterday we had talked at among the others. Okay, so let's do a quick recap what we have read yesterday. All right. So now we have understood about the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only way that can deliver us from all kind of material condition. We have taken birth in this material world not around 20 years, not around 20 years ago, not around 50 years ago, not around 80 years, 70 years ago. We have taken form, we have fallen into this place, we have taken a material form around trillions and trillions and trillions of years before. All right. So that means from a spiritual body, the spiritual body has been given up. So we as a soul came here, we accepted a subtle human body, and that subtle body is conducive of accepting all varieties of material creation. There are 8.4 million species. Okay, among them 400,000 species are of human species. All right, human varieties. So so we have 8.4. That means 2.1 million species born from sperm, semen. 2.1 million species born through the seed, like the plant seed. 2.1 million species born through waterborne, like mosquitoes and all these things. And 2.1 million species are born through egg. Okay, so that means the even like crocodile also born from egg, snake, all the reptiles and everything. So like that, there are 8.4 million varieties. And specifically, we have, so when you look at animals at 1.1 million types of animals, plants and aquatics is around 2 million types of aquatics. So we have gone through all these kind of things. I mean, the subtle body has taken too many material body. And in every species we take, we had these 4 things. All right. We know eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. All right. Every living entity in every species, it sleeps, right? Eating, and it eats. Mating, it creates progeny, and defending, it protects the young. Okay, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending was the main activity in every species of life. So after trillions of birth we have taken, just name it, anything even abominable or even great. If you see the most beautiful girl or most beautiful handsome man, you were that before. All right. If you have seen the most horrible species, all right, that say like if you see a dead body, inside the dead body got worms, it's eat up the dead body, that white color worm. You were that before also. Just imagine. So we have passed through all these kind of species in every condition life, and through that we have taken so much of experience, and our experience has become so intense until we start to agree and start to accept the reality that this is the place I belong to. But after so many births, by some good fortune, some performance of yoga, some good pious activity, and by the association of a pure devotee, we are here. We got this great opportunity, right, to stop or terminate this transaction. Okay, the up and down is just like a wave, up, down, up, down, up, down. So we are going and going and going. We have created a huge network, right? We have created a huge network of experience. Okay, I'll give you an example. All right, just okay, just brought here. Right, just imagine here we are going around. So just imagine with so much of network, so much of experience, so much of pain, so much of pleasure, so much of progeny, so much of relation, so many varieties of parents, so many varieties of wealth, so many glories, so many attachment, so many sense enjoyment, varieties of sexual pleasure, varieties of eating pleasure, and varieties of seeing pleasure, varieties of hearing pleasure. Like that, we are stuck. So then what happened? How? We don't know where. Can you find out where is that place we started? You can't. This is what we are stuck in the network of Maya. We have been entangled. So the question is, how am I supposed to break it? So when a person chants Hare Krishna, the process of purification is started. But once the person becomes really come to the level, if you chant, that means first you start to chant. All right, maybe all little things are clearing. Okay, example, like for instance, when you go to a house which is extremely dirty, there's a big, I mean, what they call damage is there. But I will start from clear up a little. Maybe there's one broken chair. I'll take out the broken chair. There'll be a broken table. I take out the broken table. There'll be a broken jar. I'll take out the broken jar. Right? Before I go to the main repair, I'll start to clear up all the small stuff first. So that easy for me to do the final repair. Like that. So when you chant 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, It is just like you're clearing your little things, your prarabdha karma. The karma that have been accumulated for millions of births, that all little karma, sanchari karma, not yet. But prarabdha karma and kutta karma. So one by one, you start clearing. Kutta karma, you have no choice because it's already sanctioned. Okay, when a person is sentenced to jail, that's it. There's no way coming out. That's kutta karma. But your prarabdha karma, okay, your prarabdha karma, the previous, but that means now you're enjoying your suffering, the pain or pleasure that you have accumulated maybe 10 births before. So that means 9 to now that you're accumulating, all that are still being accumulated that you will enjoy or suffer maybe in another 10 births down the road. Right? So when you do this chanting 1, 2 rounds, your prarabdha karma or your previous karma one by one, little by little, all right, just clearing. Okay, until you come to the level you're chanting 16 rounds. It's only the beginning. It's not the 16 rounds, it's the end. The 16 rounds is only the beginning. Then after you get 16 rounds, then it slowly increase to 20, 24 rounds. Then after you are so used to 24 rounds, then it slowly increase to 30 rounds, like that. So as you, when you will increase, when the increment will come, when, okay, even in your job, increment will come as you have more experience and you have more capacity, more productivity. That means all the decision and the productivity that you perform as high quality, therefore you get increment, you get promotion. Similarly, in the spiritual life, when you go on doing your job, when you're doing it perfectly and you're doing it with full faith, you're chanting, when your taste increases, your mala will increase. Not 60, 70, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 60, 64, 80, 100, 120, 128. It will increase. The increment happens according to the taste. So when that kind of increment happens, why the taste comes? Because all our conditioning is start diminishing. All the prarabdha karma that we have done is diminishing. Until one day will come, when you chant so nicely, bam, all disappears. Everything disappears, right? So when you start to chant, right, first it's going to be like this, right? Then slowly as you're clearing, it's going to be like this, that eventually pump like that, and there'll be a little dot still waiting, and that also will get washed off. Once the complete washed off happen, when you're completely pure, that's when you go back home, back to Godhead. But while we are doing that, we are not allowed to blaspheme Krishna or Vaishnava. So when we start to blaspheme, when we start to offend Krishna or Vaishnava, that's it. This Nama Prabhu will simply leave you. Hari Nama, Nama Prabhu. Nama Prabhu, like when you say Krishna, when you can offend him, then he can get angry with you. Somewhere other you can make some atonement. Okay, you can pacify him. Even if you offend a devotee, the devotee can get very offended. But when you go and fall at his lotus feet and seek forgiveness, he can forgive. All right, okay, let's okay, no problem like that. But you must understand, even you offend a devotee, the devotee still allow you to come to the temple and serve. All right, say like for instance, you offend a president, the president of the temple, and you come to the temple to serve. The president will never say, "Get out." He won't say that. Come and do what you want. What you can do, you do. He still will be looking at you with compassion. When will you going to take up properly, right? But when you offend a devotee, but this Nama Prabhu, among all that Krishna's energy, internal energy, the Nama Prabhu is the most sensitive. He is super duper sensitive. He say, I am like a razor blade. I can remove everything that you have. I can destroy everything, just like Sudarshan Chakra. Come and I will cut your entire knot. And I can take you back home, back to Godhead without prolonged practice. You do not need to be born for many, many births to become perfect. In this very birth itself, in the matter of maybe 1 year, 5 year, 10-year practice, after that you leave your body, example, even you do a little this thing also, I will give you the highest perfection. You know, at the same time, he is also very, very sensitive. When a time that especially, all right, see, the holy name is only delivers the Vaishnava, but who have taken, okay, but they must give up the 10 offenses. All right, 10 offenses in chanting. Okay, 10 offenses in chanting. Of course, we will study that in Harinama Chintamani. But among the offenses, when you hear someone that those who blaspheme the Vaishnava, that's it. Gone. Nama Prabhu will just simply leave you. You know, Nama Prabhu will just simply leave you. And it's going to take so much of effort to bring him back to your tongue. It takes so much of effort. It is not an ordinary task. That's why in Siksha Amrita, Krishna says, and Lord Chaitanya says, if you want to achieve perfection in chanting, you have to be as humble as a grass and as tolerant as a tree. When people step on your head, you don't get agitated. When the people going to pain you by hitting you, just like the tree get hit always, they like to put all the placard, cat laws, dog laws, or something. They just like to put stick on the thing. And if the tree is just simply tolerant, there'll be a thunder on the top, there'll be a lightning will hit his head, there'll be extremely scorching hot sun, and suddenly one flower will come, will simply cut one of your branch, or simply sit under the tree, simply sit on the tree and just simply like kick you. The tree goes through tremendous suffering, but the tree simply tolerates. So as long as we can be as humble as a grass and as tolerant as a tree, we can achieve that perfection of that pure japa, harina. Right? But how to do it? Is it possible or not? No. So that means he say, hard try to social etiquette, blasphemy of Krishna or the Vaishnava are gradually distracted from devotional service. All right. So by careful practice of above mentioned 20 names, okay. So must do okay now. So then be careful. The above mentioned 20 names of what God and devotional awaken the mercy of Krishna and good person. Okay, now where is it? Wherever such blasphemy taking place, he should leave. Those who with big heart carry out the social etiquette to hear the blasphemy of Krishna, right? Or blasphemy of Krishna or the Vaishnava are gradually distracted from devotional service. Sometimes you see your elderly or some senior people are talking about it, or because of social etiquette, because I respect the person, I listen. I don't agree, but I listen. You get distracted. It's your birthright. Claim your right. Because after so many births, you have got this opportunity. Don't allow anyone to destroy your journey. They don't have the right and you don't give the right. There is no social etiquette when it comes for your self-development. You can have social etiquette in so many places, right? Well, like respecting the devotees, respecting the elders, respecting the relations, friends, everything. We have social etiquette, fair enough. But there is no etiquette when it comes when someone is blaspheming the Vaishnava or Krishna. If at all you hear, abruptly wake up and walk out. Make a point, make a gesture that your guest or whoever it is, that you better watch out what you're talking. Of course, when we don't have that ability to debate back or ability to counteract, so when you don't have all this ability, sometimes it's just simply waste of time. Abruptly walk, abruptly get up and show that you're not happy. Just walk out. Just walk away. All right? By doing that, or just when you stop talking, you just walk away. When someone calls and talks something like that, just hang up the phone. Don't feel bad. Oh, this senior person are talking to me. How can I say no to him? He was telling, that devotee, this is called dosa kirtan. Don't ever join the dosa kirtan. Okay? Like recently also, there's so many things are happening around. Then there's somebody say, do you know this happened? I say, yeah. Okay. All right. Then when they keep telling, I was just repeating this word. Maya is strong. Maya is strong. Until the person doesn't want to talk further. Oh my God, Maya is strong. Maya is strong. Maybe I'm just trying to tell that you are a Maya, and of course, the person whoever gone through this, just walk out. Because you have to protect. Yeah? This Nama Prabhu is very sensitive, at the same time, it's very merciful. Okay. But in order to go there, in the initial stage, of course, Nama Prabhu is also very, very merciful. You make mistake, you come back, you can offend Nama Prabhu in any how. You just do whatever things also Nama Prabhu will forgive you. You do this, I forgive you. Forgive you. Forgive you. But only thing he can never forgive when you create a aparadh or offending the devotee of the Lord. Doesn't matter how elevated, doesn't matter how fall down, because we don't know who is the devotee of the Lord that Krishna favors. When you see someone who have got terrible attitude problem, maybe he also get a favor from Krishna. Who knows? If not, he won't be here. Right? So don't take the risk. right? If you want to really see, okay, don't take the risk unless someone comes to you and say, can you please be my mentor? Please train me up. That is different. That means you're acting like a Siksha Guru. You are instructing, and you can also what they call correct him. You can scold him, you can correct him, and all this when the person comes to you. And sometimes, in order to make a point, we can say, see what happened when this devotee, this thing happened. When what is the cause of his fall down? That is the discussion to uplift as an example. But that is a confidential conversation between the Siksha Guru and the disciple, or a mentor and the mentee. It is not something that you go and take the thing and, just go around and do dosa kirtan. Something or put in the social media or put in the Facebook and all this to go tarnish his name, because he still, even though how offend or how whatever situation that happened to him, he still have the right for atonement. Krishna allows that atonement. But still, if you don't make it, Krishna will still give him a comfortable birth, next birth, so he can continue. So since Krishna favored him, who are we to go and say something bad about him? So that's what we have read yesterday. And of course, this topic we will study in detail when we go to this topic of Harinama Chintamani. Okay. So now let's look at this today's topic. Among the limbs of devotional service, we have talked about 20 limbs. One is the do's, that next 10 is don't, right? So among the other limbs of devotional service mentioned after this. That means now we're going to learn more limbs now. So first we spoke about 10 limbs, do's, 10 limbs, don't. Fair enough? So now Bhakti Vinod Thakur is mentioning among the other limbs of devotional service mentioned after this, accepting the symbols of Vaishnava up to meditation come under the category of Archana. Okay? So come under the category of Archana or deity worship. Okay? So that means now we're going to study about this. So that means accepting the symbols like Tila, right? All the symbols until the category of meditation, all right, will come under the Archana. All right. Now, Bhakti Vinod Thakur saying, one should practice all these limbs of bhakti to the best of one's capacity. Okay. After receiving them from spiritual master. All right. After we receive these kind of things from spiritual master, we should practice them the best capacity. All right. Servitude, friendship, and complete surrender are the activities for awakening bhava. So what are the activities of awakening bhava? I think yesterday I've already mentioned what is bhava means. Bhava means our emotional expression, right? So that means first is servitude. We must be always be in the mode of service. What is the verse? Chintamani Pragarasat Basu Kalpa Vriksha Srimad what do you call? Brahma Samhita. Chintamani Pragarasatma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vritesu Shuravir Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Sabrama Sevamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin. So in the place of Goloka, there are thousands of Lakshmis. Lakshmis means gopis. Lakshmi Sahasra. If you call Sahasra means thousand. After we go to the temple, we do Sahasra Nama. Sahasra means thousand. Nama means name. So Sahasra Nama. So like this, Lord Brahma was singing after he got the glimpse of Goloka. Lakshmi Sahasra. Lakshmi, that means thousands of Lakshmi. Sahasra Sabrama. Okay, they are in the mood, in the ecstatic mood of Seva Manam. Seva means service. Mana means thought. So they are always in the thought of serving the Lord. So similarly, that is the first qualification. We have to learn how to serve with ecstatic and with excitement and spontaneous, because here what we are doing is we are just a practical, we are just in an institute, practical institute, right? After the practical institute, then just like the air stewardess will go through a practical, then after that they go to the plane, they start to work. Similarly, once we go back home, back to Godhead, this is what we're going to do. So first thing is servitude. Second is friendship. Okay, friendship with all the devotees and all the living entities. That's why Krishna says, my devotees are always very pleasing. Okay, which verse is that? See, I can talk about, I can't recall the verse. In Bhagavad Gita, I think in Gita game we have spoke. Despite of his previous habit or previous life. Once the person becomes a devotee, I'm paraphrasing it. Once he becomes a devotee, he becomes very friendly. He have a very friendly disposition to everyone. Right? Formerly, that person can be the most horrible person, terrible person. But once he becomes a devotee, he look very pleasant and he look very pleasing that everybody likes to be with him. So that means servitude, friendship. And number three is what? Complete surrender. Right? Complete. That's why when you dandavat, you have to put your both hand, not one hand like this, like a Superman. Right? Don't hold your chanting beads and just do like this. Both hand fully surrender. Okay? So like that. So complete surrender. This complete surrender is the activities for awakening bhava. Okay, because we are learning from an expert. We are learning from Bhaktiyaloka Thakur, who is the Manjari itself, the personal associate of Sakis and Radharani. So he came in the form of Bhaktiyaloka Thakur and he's composing it in such a way that you and I, a person in Kali Yuga Vasi, can read and understand. So he said very simple: servitude, friendship, and complete surrender are the activities to awaken bhava. In reality, these activities themselves become bhava. Right? In reality, these activities itself will become bhava, will become ecstatic feeling. Right? So what is that? What am I looking at like this? Uh-oh. What did I press? Okay, that 3-1 should worship that 3-3. Okay. Press the wrong button. On worship meditation, but banyan tree. Okay, we spoke about this yesterday. All right, okay. So these activities themselves become bhava. Huh? So that means when we serve, we are serving it spontaneous. When we have a friendship, we create a very good friendship with the devotees. And so now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is continuing. He says, but only in the stage of sadhana are they counted as sadhana bhakti. So sadhana means that means when all these things is practiced in devotional service or sadhana, and that's when this process is also called as sadhana bhakti. Whatever one's most cherished items are in this world, and whatever is very dear should be offered to Krishna. You got it? So whatever things that is so cherished to you, what is the thing that you really love the most? Okay, in this world, and whatever is very dear, the very dear to you, you should offer to Krishna. Correct? And this statement has several meanings. Okay, this statement has several. That means, example, now you got a diamond necklace. Diamond necklace, and you love that diamond necklace. No, it's maybe come from your great grandmother, right? And it's made of pure diamond, Kohinoor, example. And you love the necklace. Now you take the necklace, go to Todu, and give to the priest and say, I like to offer this necklace to Srimati Radharani. Alama, how is that possible? All right. But let's see. This statement has several meaning. Okay, example. All right. The purpose is one should the purpose is one should not enjoy anything just because it's very dear to oneself. All right. You should not enjoy this because it's very dear to you, but one should offer it to Krishna and enjoy as his prasada. So you go and give to Radharani and just let her wear. I said, I just want to adore Radharani with this, then take it and put it on yourself as prasada. Maybe now some of you start thinking already, okay, I got 10 pounds of gold and I'm so attached to the gold. Alama, am I supposed to go and give to the temple? No, offer to Krishna and take it as prasad. So what I did, when my son, when my children is born, first thing, when they, after they are 21 days, after 30 days, after the purification ceremony, first time we take to temple, I immediately take because we got a deity of Srila Prabhupada sitting posture, very beautiful deity. In fact, it's amazing that all the deities in Ipoh are the most beautiful. Our Guru Prabhupada is so much alive, so much alike. So you would be sitting. So what I did, I took my daughter, my 3 daughters, and also including my son, when they were born after 30 days, I'll just bring the thing and I'll just put it on his lap. And so amazing, as though the child is sitting on the lap. The posture was so nice. I just put it on the lap, and the child will be just like as though like, no, you put on your lap how it feels. And I'll just pray to Prabhupada, oh dear Prabhupada, I'll offer this child to you, and I'll bring him up as on your behalf. Right? Then after that, I bring to the deities and say, this is the child that's given to you, but I'm not going to take any claim, my child. Sometimes my wife and I will start have argument on this. Oh, my son, how am I? It's not your son. We have already offered to Krishna. All of them will become a devotee and they're going to start to spread things. Don't expect them to become engineer, doctor, lawyer. Don't expect them one day they're going to get married. All that expectation, don't have it. Because we don't know what's going to happen to them. But one thing very sure, that all of them are going to dedicate their life for the service of Krishna. In fact, I used to tell my son, if it's okay, if you can even give up everything and be a brahmachari and go full time and serve the Lord. And that's when my wife started. So like that example, again, I'm just giving my personal example, what I did, but how they're going to end up, and because they're growing, while they're growing, of course, they give you so much of heartache and so much of fear, did I make the right decision? Lama, will my child really become a devotee or not? See the flag acting so terribly, So we don't know. So like that. So that's the best way to do it. Anything that you buy, even you buy a new sari, you buy a new dhoti, even buy a new pants, like the practice that usually you do on Deepavali day, right? On Deepavali day, they buy all the new clothes, they put some little turmeric on that thing, and they offer to the Lord. They'll keep it in front. But now, Tirbali ready, they offer to the date people. All right? And every Deepavali, when they start to do the prayers, the one day before Deepavali, the prayer, it doesn't make sense. It's not mentioned in the Vedas that one day before Deepavali, you should worship your forefathers. But what happened? We start to imitate the Chinese. The Chinese will have that forefather prayers, worship. One day before they all get together, they will worship their forefathers and they do this. They call Makan Besar and family reunion, right? That kind of practice is never, in fact, why you're talking about here, even go to India, they'll be wondering, one day before Deepavali, what you do, why you put all the dead people's photo, put the light and put all the things and food, what are you doing? I say, I don't know, that's not in practice, but that is imitation, because in Malaysia, we intermingle and some or other our culture became intertwingle, all right? It's all intermingle. So, we're supposed to take all the clothes and we put in front of the Krishna, baby Krishna, because the Deepavali day is the day that we should worship Krishna. Because Krishna killed the demon and baby Krishna is coming to the house. At the same time, that's the time where Lord Ramachandra is returning to Ayodhya after the war in Lanka. So that is Deepavali festival. They put all the lights around. Right? They put all the lights in the house. What is the reason? It's just like an aeroplane, what they call landing. You see the airport at night, you see all the lights are created so the plane can land. Similarly, when Lord Ramachandra is flying back, the whole Ayodhya, they light up. It's just like a landing pad. So when he comes in Vihara, it's his airplane. So we're so waiting. Oh, when this Lord is coming, all waiting. They light up the whole house. That's Deepavali, right? So we should celebrate. And after that, the people in Ayodhya, after Lord Ramachandra left Ayodhya, they refused to dress up. They refused to buy new clothes. They refused to eat some nice dish. They were eating rice without salt. They were eating without properly cooked. They were living a very distressed and austere life because they cannot take the separation from Lord Ramachandra. So they cannot. So then all of them, the guys not properly dressed, the women don't wear garland, this whole thing. They're all living a life like the whole country has gone into sorrow. Some big pandemic hit the country. Everybody was under stress. But suddenly, when they heard Ramachandra is coming back, everybody became so excited. Everybody start to groom themselves. They take a bath, they start to shave, they start to dress up, they start to take all the new clothes. So all the new clothing and everything, and they put in front of the deity of Lord Ramachandra. It says, oh my Lord, you're coming. See, I offer this thing for you. And after they offer all the dresses, and they start to dress themselves up so nicely, awaiting the Lord to arrive. Right? I cannot wear jeans and shorts, singlet and shorts to go and see Prime Minister. Say the Prime Minister is coming. He's coming very often before because he's considered. So go to the airport, just wait for him. Hey, Anwar, are you? I have to dress well to usher. So like that. So we should offer all the clothing. Okay, don't offer all inner garments. Okay, I've not heard people offering inner garments, but they offer whatever things, even like during Prabhupada's time. And Prabhupada told the boys, you offer anything, everything. So they start to bring in jeans. Prabhupada is wondering, what's happening? They say, oh, why you brought in jeans? Oh no, Prabhupada, I just bought a jeans. I like to offer to Krishna before I wear it. So, okay, go ahead. Can you imagine? They bring in jeans, Levi jeans, and they put it in front of the deity. Oh my Lord, I offer these jeans for you. You know, I take it as prasada. That is that idea. That is that ecstatic mood. You know, of course, this thing we don't talk outside, but since we have a goal of being a pure devotee, this is all the kind of ecstatic thing. The ecstatic thing of bhava is something that can never be defined, can never be understood, and there's no logic behind it. It is heart to heart, emotion to emotion. All right, just like a man and a woman, they're meeting for a first time. The man become dumbfounded, the women become dumbfounded, but they look at each other. Their expression of love start to grow, and through that kind of expression, they're looking at each other with so much of love and ecstatic feeling. That is the same feeling that we're going to have it with Krishna. So that's why Sri Bhaktiyaloka Thakur is telling anything brand new things. That's why you say Indians also, they buy the car, they go and offer. But of course they're doing, but we have to offer to Krishna. Everything we offer to Krishna, right? So we offer to Krishna. So all these things. So everything should offer to Krishna and enjoy as his prasad. Take it as prasad. Prasad means what? Mercy. Whatever ordinary and spiritual endeavors are there, all right? Mark this word. Please underline this word. Whatever ordinary, all right, and spiritual endeavor. Even an ordinary endeavor like buying a car, or ordinary endeavor like buying the clothes and everything. Okay, endeavors are there. When done for the sake of Krishna, they become auspicious. Can you see that? Don't think, it's only ordinary stuff. Okay, I just bought a little ring, just ordinary. Oh, I just bought some fake ring, some silver ring. Okay, 936 or something like that. You go to the shop, you see, oh, the ring is so nice. It's just ordinary. But take it and offer it to Krishna. Even ordinary will become extraordinary, because when you start to wear that ring in your hand, you start to even look like maybe a 30 ringgit silver ring. But you understand, this is unwearing a mercy of the Lord. I've offered it to the lotus feet of the Lord. So this is just for the sake, done just for the sake of Krishna, and they become auspicious. It is said in Narada Pancharatra, quoted in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Laukiki Vaidiki Vapi Ya Kriya Kriyate Mune Hari Seva Nukulaiva Sakarya Bhakti Ichata. One should perform only these activities. One should perform only those activities. That is either worldly or prescribed by the Vedic rules and regulations. Okay, one should only perform only those activities. That means either worldly activity or something activity that prescribed by Vedas through the rules and regulation, which is favorable for the cultivation of Krishna consciousness. So favorable for cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so anything that's going to favorable for you to this thing, then you can perform that kind of things. So once upon a time when I was young, right, around what, my daughter is 16 years, okay, around 16 years ago, I had this passion for tattoo. You know, I want tattoo. So then I was thinking, then that's when the what they call, there was a like a excitement that all the devotees are sharing their tattoo in Back to God 8 magazine. Okay, 2007, 2009. Okay, but the passion for tattoo for so long. I want to tattoo. I just want to feel how it feels like tattoo. Then after all the things, I don't know, but I really want to have a tattoo, but I don't know what to tattoo. Right? I want to tattoo this, tattoo that. But at the end of the day, suddenly I got inspired. Okay, why not I tattoo this Sangha Chakra? Because since we go back to Vaikuntha, we're going to have a Swarupa Moksha. So why not I have that Sangha Chakra and I start to tattoo? You know? So went there, and I supposed to be small, but end up the flood is so big, and sometimes I feel ashamed. Or sometimes I feel regret. Of course, you can't take this off. Right? But what happened? But the thing is cultivated into the. So sometimes when you want to do some nonsense thing, you'll be thinking, oh my God, Sangha Chakra is here with me, man. I better do. So like that. So any of these activity, whatever things you want to do, make sure it can be favorable to cultivate Krishna consciousness. All right. So marriage and other purificatory ceremony. Right. So now let's look at this. The marriage and other purification ceremony. Purificatory means purification, like Nalungu, Punyadanam in Tamil we call it, right? Other ceremony are of the Smartas are Vaidiki. Right? So marriage or other ceremonies by the Smarta. Who's Smarta? The one who follow the rituals, like Smarta Brahman. That means they don't follow the Krishna consciousness, but they follow their tradition. They are so stick to their tradition. This is called Vaidiki, okay, or prescribed Vedic regulation. So please underline this word. So now we understand what is Vaidiki. So Vaidiki means, the term Vaidiki means what? That usually performed by Smarta. All right. What performance? The performance of marriage or performance of Punyadana, purification ceremony. Right. So how the thing happened? All these things are under prescription of Vedic rules. That means there are certain rules and they follow the rules, this thing. Right. And also sometimes it's also called as social and bodily activities. Okay. It is also, this Vaidiki is also known as also that social and Vedic. Okay. This is my socially what I'm doing. So these are the things. So now you all understand what is Vaidiki means, right? I hope you understand. Okay, please underline this thing. All right. So now Vaidiki and social and bodily activities performed to maintain one's status quo as Laukiki. Right? That means what? So that means we are performing all these kind of things. Example, okay, like for instance, in my Chettiar culture, this is what the tradition we use as Vaishya. All right. So this just to maintain all these, to maintain one status quo. That means maintain myself according to the whatever family lineage that I came from. That means all these things to maintain, perform to what? To maintain the status quo. Okay, maintenance of your status and your thing in this society. All right. Or it is also known as the worldly activity. And what we call the worldly activity, it is called as Laukiki. Lauligam. Lauvigam. Right? Okay, Laukiki. Laukigam. Yes. So Laukiki. So if we say Vaidiki means following the prescribed duty to maintain your status in whatever lineage that you come from, which is worldly. And Vaidiki, the purpose or the idea of Vaidiki, it is for Laukiki. That means for worldly appearance. You get it? Everyone follow me? Who don't follow me? Understand? Please thumbs up. If not, I'll repeat again.
Can you repeat, please, Prabhu? It's a bit confusing.
Okay, great. I love people asking questions. All right, now let's look at this. Okay, the first thing is we call Vaidiki. Okay, Vaidiki means what? Ritual. Okay, Vaidiki ritual. And okay. Okay, so Vaidiki means ritual, and ritual to show the lineage, right? So that means Vaidiki means the ritual that to show off the lineage. That means I am from Chettiar. That means by performing that ritual, people know, oh, this guy is from there. Or sometimes when they come, okay, this is the marriage of the Brahmana. So they do the performance different. The girls will be carried, the boys will be carried, and while they're carrying, they could tie the tali. And sometimes the girl will be wearing a veil, all right, wearing a veil, and she comes. Oh, that is Siloni's way of getting married. There's a ritual, right? And sometimes when they want to get married, and the girl will be walking, and they will have a dais. You know, the four floors will be holding as though like you're walking under the palanquin, under the big this thing. So that is Telugu wedding. And sometimes you go there, sit down, 5 minutes, you tie the tali and come up. It is, and the girls will be wearing all white silk. It is Malayali wedding. So that is Vaidiki or ritual. That means this is according to Vedic rules. It is not something that they do simply, correct? They perform all these things, Vaidiki, all these things just to show the ritual, just show their lineage and according to the Vedic rules. So far, you understand this, Madhuri?
Okay, I understand that it's traditional and ritual,
Yes.
but
It's coming there.
okay, I'll listen first.
Vaidiki is that, all right? Vaidiki, we understand that is a thing. Okay. Now, what is the goal? What is that goal? Goal of Vaidiki. Right? What is the goal of Vaidiki? What do you think, Madhuri? What is the goal of Vaidiki?
As you said, it's just to show your lineage. Yeah, as you said, different people perform their wedding rituals differently.
Okay.
So Vaidiki and Laukiki should be performed.
You talk about Vaidiki first.
Okay.
We talk about Vaidiki.
Vaidiki is, yeah, as you said, the activities like marriage, according to your lineage.
Okay.
Like
And what is
as you said, Malayalam wedding only takes a few minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that is to show their lineage. That means according to our culture. But all these things still follow the Vedic rules, not simply in speculation.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Vedic rules means during according to Krishna's consciousness.
Vedic, not Krishna conscious, it's according to the Vedic, what they call, there's a lot of, see, the Vedas are divided into four, Yajur, Sama, Atharva, and each Vedas are divided into four. That means each, okay, like Yajur Veda is divided into four. That means Brahmana, Arakya, Upanishad, and Sanghita. So Upanishad and Sanghita is instruction. The Brahmana and Arakya, it is actually the rituals. So the person in what family lineage, they have their specific ritual. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like for instance, like Chettiar wedding, the rituals are just like doing business transaction. You got it? So the business transaction. That means halfway, the father-in-law says, I will never give my daughter. So the boy has to take one umbrella and this thing, go to Kasi, take sannyasi. Then after that, they come and rush, they hold you, they pull you back. Say, no, please come and get married to my daughter. I agree to give you. And I won't agree. Then they give bribe. You know, the transaction bribery. So this kind of things, but all according to the Vedic rules. So according to the mode, there is a lot of rituals. The rituals are tremendous. Okay.
Okay.
Vaidiki is to show off their lineage according to the Vedic rules.
Okay.
Okay. Then let's look at this thing called. Okay. Now let's look at this. The results. So what is the results? All right. What is the results of this? Okay, this Vaidiki. Okay, what is the results? So when I follow the Vaidiki, it is, what is the result? The result is, it is materially motivated. Right? Or we also can call as worldly. Okay, Mataji? So that means this is materially motivated to like because it's your showing off. And what we call this? We call this as love kiki. Okay. Now you got it?
Okay. So that's the similarity between Laukiki and Vaidiki.
Vaidiki performing the rules according to the Vedic rules, according to the lineage. Say like for instance, like Brahmana, they have their own rules, they have their own rituals. When a person dies, they only take 3 days mourning period. After 3 days, they go back to temple worship. Done. Their karmadi in 3 days done. Brahmana. Kshatriya in 7 days. Kshatriyas. Okay, like those who are warriors and all this, they'll be mourning for 7 days. When a person dies, after 7 days, karmadi is done. Okay, they start off their life. For Vaishya, for businessmen, it takes 11 days, 16 days. 16 days, if I'm not mistaken, 16, something like that. Then the karmadi is done. Jalan. But for Shudra, 30 days. It takes 30 days of purification ceremony. 30 days, they will be lighting up the land. They don't even cook in the house for 30 days. Then after that, they'll do karmadi and this. So it all depends on different ethnic or nature or background. They have certain kinds of rules. All right. So that is called Vaidiki. Vaidiki means ritual to show the lineage according to the Vedic rules. So what is the goal of Vaidiki? It is called materially motivated, and this is worldly idea. And that one we call as Laukik. Lauvigam. In Tamil we call Lauvigam.
这
Anmigam.
种书啊，
没有的啦。
不是买没有，他会来这边是已经100亿年。
All right. So Mataji, do you get it, Mataji? Now you understand what is Vaidiki and Laukiki.
Okay, can, the Prabhu, thank you. Prabhu.
No, you ask this question and make me so excited. So that, you know, I love people asking question. Don't hesitate to ask question. Hey, what is this? All right, now, marriage is for establishment of Krishna family. Now let's look at this. Now we talk about Vaidiki and Laukiki, right? Now let's look at this. Marriage is for the establishment of Krishna family. For what? For producing children and for increasing Krishna's servant. We always remember that. Okay, I bring my children to this world. All right, for what? So that producing children for increasing Krishna's servant. All right, because we are engaging them to become the servant of the Lord. All right, then offering oblation to the forefathers is for the satisfaction of Krishna's servant. Feasting is for the gratification. Feasting is for gratification of Krishna's living entity. And all this should be dovetailed in the favorable service of Krishna. So like sometimes we want to have children, right? So the thing is like oblation for forefathers. What does this mean? Oblation for forefathers.
Doing Tarpanam, Prabhu.
Yes. Why? What is oblation for forefathers? All right. What is that? What is it supposed to mean? Okay. So what we do now is 11:12. Just take a 2 minutes break. We'll come back. This is going to be a very interesting topic. It's going to be very tedious. So I don't want to cut it off halfway. So now it's 10:12. Just take 1 or 2 minutes. We'll come back. Just drink water. I need to go to the washroom for one. Give me a second. Okay. So now let's look at this. What does it mean by oblation to the forefathers? What does this mean? Okay. So we are all known. Okay. We are all known as what? Okay. We are known as Putra or Putri. Yes or no? So we all have children, Putra, Putri. So Put means what? Put means it's a hell. It's a one kind of hell. Put and Ra or Re on a feminine version, it is deliverer. All right? Putra or Putri. All right, this is Put means hell, and the one is deliverer. So that means, in other words, so this is our duty to deliver our forefathers from hellish condition. Therefore, we have to train up our children very nice. Compromising on upbringing the children or making it just like another random way of bringing up, it is the biggest mistake that we can think of. You know, so we are practicing bhakti. At the same time, we also have to train our children so that they can they perform this thing, so they can deliver us. Example, like today we have here, 14 people, including me. So we qualify to go back home, back to Godhead. Once you go back home, back to Godhead and say, okay, don't go to that level. While you're chanting, you're practicing bhakti. 3 to 7 generations of your forefathers are getting delivered. When you perform bhakti, you don't owe anyone. Maybe sometimes before we are in ignorance, we don't know what is the ritual that we should do to deliver our forefathers, right? So we're supposed to do this, pinda, and all kinds of things, ritual. Imagine we didn't do, right? So, so they suffer terrible suffering. When the terrible suffering happens, they start to curse. That's why sometimes in astrology, we can see this term, Pitru Sabam. Pitru Sabam means the curse of the forefathers. But what is the point they curse also? Because they didn't train us up. So they just like they are producing animal generation after generation. One animal, we didn't train up another animal. So we are all becoming like an animal in a human form. Animal in a human form because we don't know any of this. Because of the modernization. The modernization is actually degradation. We are degraded, forgetting all our culture and everything. But now, what is that turning back? We cannot turn back, right? So therefore, when we are in Krishna consciousness, we have got the highest boon that we are here when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra. When we chant Hare Krishna, when we perform bhakti, and we are performing all these kind of the rituals of bhakti, like doing Mangalarati, Tulasi Puja, and all these kind of things. When we are performing, we are offering food to Krishna, we are eating, we are honoring Prashadam, all these things will deliver our forefathers from hellish condition. Right? Forefather deliver means the process of delivering step by step. But if you go back to Godhead example, what will happen? 21 generation backward and 21 generation front, all will be liberated. All right? That is our job as a putra or putri of job. All right? But now, okay, it's okay, we are training. Now, secondly, our children are considered like our insurance policy. If we bring up the children in a very spiritual way, we are pretty sure that if our children one day become a pure devotee and go back home, we someone other will get delivered. So it's just like an insurance policy. So never compromise on upbringing the children. Okay, but now the thing is, somewhere or other we have joined this Krishna conscious after our children are halfway. Now the condition is we have children who have their own belief system. They have diverted. Now suddenly cannot pull the children or grandchildren come back to the path of bhakti. So what we can do? So save yourself. Don't depend on your children, especially in Kali Yuga. Right? Don't think my child or my daughter, my son or daughter going to save me. It will never happen or may not happen. Right? So may not happen. So the best and the wisest thing is we have to save ourselves. Don't depend on this kind of third party or this person to come and help you and save you. All right. So now, this is very important oblation for the forefathers that we'll see. For the devotees, maximum you do maybe 1 2 years, 1 year first year. Then after that, you just carry on with bhakti. So you are pretty sure your forefathers has been delivered or they have taken birth into the right path. Offering them prashadam, offering them water that offer to Krishna, offering that. But nowadays, when you look at all these people, they offer meat, especially on Taipusam Eve. They said, oh, it's Taipusam Deepali Eve, or I'm offering all the things, because this is what my mother also have done before. I'm not criticizing others or acting like a big Brahminical kind of person, because I have done that before. My grandfather loved to smoke cigarette and he loved to smoke Dunhill cigarette. So we make sure you don't buy the Dunhill. That those days we can buy one batang, right? Buy one batang, light up. There's one place incense, there's another place cigarette. And he loves to drink beer. One brand. I shouldn't have mentioned the brand actually just now. So sorry. So there's one particular brand beer. You have to go and buy that beer. And he loves mutton. I came from a very terrible carnivore family, So they put the mutton, all the food they love to eat, offer mutton, all this kind of nonsense, including beer, cigarette, churut, churut, all this. And some of that, so you have to light some off. So it blends with the incense, the house will be terrible smell. So that is what we're going to put them into more severe suffering. We have to be very careful. So we don't know how our children are going to save us. All right. So, but we should not lament. Oh, will my son save me? That's secondary. As long as you live, as long as you are alive, you have second chance. Always remember that. I have a second chance. Every day I wake up, I have renewed my second chance. So make your sadhana strong. Make your sadhana strong. Make your effort strong. Don't expect the children to save us in the future. If the child suddenly convert to other religion, gone case. Convert to Islam or convert to Christian. We don't believe in all that. And the father or mother, whoever it is, they sent off in a very distinct. What happened if one day the children or great-grandchildren, because in Malaysia, you see that Islamic influence are very strong. Some or other, in 2-3 generations down the road, and the fellow become a Muslim. And for Raya Haji, you go and slaughter a cow, finish. all his forefathers kena, man. You know, so just imagine he forefathers and the because they didn't impose that strong family tradition. Therefore, the children became astray. They said modern education is very important, and suddenly the fellow convert, finish, gone. All gone. And in Bhagavad Gita it says, there's a term, Varna Shankara. Varna Shankara. Varna Shankara means what? Unwanted population, unwanted children. Okay, so whatever happened, happened. But today we have to think how I'm going to save myself first. Just like in an airplane, you know, there's a stewardess will be telling, right? In case of emergency, when the oxygen mask fell, you put the oxygen on yourself first. Then you think about saving others. You cannot say, oh, I love my wife, I love my children, I put for them first. No. End up everybody's gone. Put the mask on yourself first. Once you're secure, then you save others. Save your loved ones. Similarly, that's what we're supposed to do. We have to save ourselves first. We do not need to worry about others. We have to practice our sadhana very nicely. Chant Hare Krishna 16 rounds is the first step. It's only a first step. If we could still struggle to chant 16 rounds, that means it is still there's some kind of anartha, unwanted things. So what you need to do, force yourself, forcefully do it. You know, sometimes when you see a hose is blocked in the middle, what do? You don't try to like give it up. You just try to put higher pressure water so someone other forcefully throw the blockage out. So forcefully do it by hook or by crook. Chant your 16 rounds attentively, inattentively, offensively, or while you're doing whatever things. Make your 16 rounds, and eventually the Nama Prabhu will conquer your tongue. All right? Once the thing happens, that's it. We have no worries about future. Because for devotees, there's no past, there's no future. We live blissfully in present. Okay? Now, it is quite important. That's why I need to explain quite a lengthy explanation. So, okay, now let's look at this. Okay, the activity should be dovetailed in favorable service to Krishna. That means all our pinda, whatever things that you're offering to the forefathers, make sure you take the pinda, offer to Krishna, and as prasada, you offer to the forefathers. Then, if that thing happens, one will not fall into the grip of unfavorable fruitive activities. All right, the body, house, and everything else belongs to Krishna. Always remember that. Okay, the Krishna, the Lord in the house, is the owner of the house, and I'm only the servant of him. Thinking in this way, only by thinking, one should protect the body, the house, and the community, and this is called Krishna family, Krishna Kudumbam. Right? They call it as a Krishna family. The whole life of a practitioner, should be decorated with full surrender. Right? Should be decorated with full surrender. 6 types of surrender are explained. How many types? 6 types of surrender is explained in many places in devotional scriptures. The life of a living entity is useless without surrender. Right? The life of a living entity is useless. That means our life will be useless if we don't surrender. The living entity should always worship Krishna with full surrender. Should always worship Krishna with full surrender. Okay? Items are related to Krishna is called Tadiya. That means items related to Krishna is called Tadiya. Right now. So what is Tadiya means? Serving Tulasi is the primary form of Tadiya Seva. That means all things related to Krishna. That means worshipping Tulasi is a primary, just a primary of Krishna Seva. And in Skanda Purana it's mentioned. Skanda Purana by Lord Murugan, right? You know Skanda Purana. In Tamil we call Skanda Purana. And Skanda Purana is considered the biggest Purana. Among all the Puranas, it's the biggest. So it's mentioned, Prishta Tata Data Kirtita Manita Shruta Ropita Sevita Nityang Pujita Tulasi Shubha Navada Tulashim Devim Ye Bajanti Dine Dine Yuga Koti Sahasrani Te Bashanti Hare Grihe. Yuga Koti Sahasrani. Yuga means the ages. Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. Koti, millions and trillions, and Sahasra, millions and trillions of yugas. Yuga Koti Sahasrani. Te Vashanti Hare Grihe. What does that mean? Let's look at this. Tulasi is auspicious in all respect. Right? Now, please mark the statement. Simply. That means what? Just by seeing, simply by touching, simply by remembering, simply by praying, and simply by bowing before. Bowing, that means you show your obeisances. Simply by hearing about, simply by sowing. That means you take the seed and sow. That means I see a lot of other tulsi, I just take out and put in a pot. Simply by so. Simply by offering water. This offering not from the hose. Don't take the hose offering. Just take a small cup and with the gachaman just pour. Offer it nicely, respectfully. Of course, then you want to pour that from the hose is different. But this offering is simply offering this. Okay? Simply by offering water, or simply by worshipping Tulasi. Vrindaya Tulasi Devyaya Priyaya Keshavaya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavataya Namo Namaha. Worshipping Tulasi. When? Morning and evening. During the sunrise twilight zone. That's okay, simply worshipping Tulasi. There is always auspiciousness. Okay. Anyone who comes in touch with Tulasi tree, anyone who comes in touch with the Tulasi tree, in the above mentioned 9 ways. So what happened to him? Lives eternally in Vaikuntha world. Eternally. What is that? Yuga Koti Sahasrani. Yuga Koti. Koti Yugam. Koti means millions and trillions. Koti. How many? 1 kodi is what? 100 million. Yes. 1 லட்சம் 10 லட்சம் 10 லட்சம் 1 million 10 million 10 லட்சம் 1 கோடி. Okay, 10 million is called 1 kodi. But here is Kandapura is mentioned Sahasra. Thousands of 10 million yugas. Thousands and thousands of yugas. Or somehow in other words, it is eternally. Te Vasanti. Vasanta Malai. Vasanta means what? Grace. A living area. Vasanta Malai. They got Vasanta Malai, right? Vasanti. Te Vasanti. Where? Harir Grihe. The abode of Hari. 9 ways lives eternally in Vaikuntha world. Can you imagine? Tulasi worship is so important. Sometimes in temple, they put there 6 o'clock Tulasi Puja, people don't come. They come for 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, just or sometimes just for Prashadam. Anyway, still better. Prashadam is still okay. Rather than nothing is still done. Right? That's why Tulasi is so important. And Krishna loves Tulasi. Even when you want to offer food to Krishna, just, you see, without Tulasi, you don't accept. And sometimes when you want to offer, there's no Tulasi. Even you can take the dry Tulasi or even the Tulasi. And like the day I was offering fruits in our Namaha center, and there's no Tulasi. Then I remember I opened my Tulasi big bag. You know, the big bags that they are giving everyone. And I saw there's some bits are broken there. And I took that small broken Tulasi bits and I just put it and offered. It's like that. It's very auspicious. So literature that substantiate devotion to Krishna. Then now first I understand Tadiya. Tadiya means anything related to Krishna. The first Tadiya is Tulasi. Now let's look at second Tadiya. So the second Tadiya means what? The second Tadiya is literature that substantiate devotion to Krishna also counted among Tadiya. That means the literature that link to Krishna is also called Tadiya. And what are they? Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost among them. Who say that? Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And those who have donated for giving for this Srimad Bhagavatam donation to Brajavasi, just imagine, you are very fortunate. All right. So I tried to send, but later, because there's another new donation just came. So we have actually collected around 430 ringgit or 1 set of Srimad Bhagavatam to be donated to Brajavasi. Okay, the people in Braja, in India, in Vrindavan, Braja, and there's a people who are living in in the cottage or in the living in this called the villages, in other words. They don't have access to Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. And this Vedavasiti is one of the wing of ISKCON Bhakti Mahavidyalaya. It's one of the wing. They started Vedavasiti and they came out with the idea, they conceived the idea of donating one set of Hindi Srimad Bhagavatam to that Brajavasi. And they called me up. Then I was thinking, I was very busy. I didn't entertain. Then they called me up. Then they keep calling. I said, what? Then only I saw their message. Hey, serving Brajavasi. And that also serving them Srimad Bhagavatam. And that book is going to go on generation after generation. Wow. So it's like that. Okay, anyway. So Krishna counted among Tadiya, Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost among them. In the same way, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita commands similar respect. So Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita also have that same respect. Those who regularly read and hear these devotional scriptures are glorious. Thank you so much, all dear devotees, for your enthusiasm to come forward to speak and read about it. You know, by reading it along with you, I'm also having so much of pleasure. I'm gaining so much of pleasure, and I believe every one of you are gaining so much of pleasure. You know, all these are possible because of all of your mercy and your enthusiasm. Because I'm a very lazy person. For me to sit and read alone, I will never do it. But because of your commitment, I have no choice. I cannot set any other things. I can't even compromise any other things but to be here at sharp 9 a.m. You know, so because of you, we are all discussing this topmost literature. Of course, now we are learning the instruction and we are learning the commentary on the instruction. With these two things, then later we're going to start our this is considered still an introduction. Actually, we are level on the introduction level, but with this, we're going to go on and study Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and definitely we're going to immerse ourselves, or we're going to get wet in Madhurya Kadambini. Madhurya Kadambini is a rain cloud that pours very pleasurable rain. Sometimes, you know, the rain is sometimes very pleasurable, not so heavy like hitting your body, not so light like touching. This is just a normal torrent of rain. And this rain is Madhurya, is nectar. And that Madhurya Kadambini, we are immersing. We will definitely immerse in that rain. So, in this introduction, we are keep repeating, chant your Naam, 16 rounds. Don't compromise. Don't give excuses. Don't allow your mind to delude you. Don't allow your mind to say, hey, come on, go and have something else better than sitting and being idle and wasting time. You know, let you have the taste. So sooner or later, when we go into this Harinam Chintamani, then after that, we're going to go to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. Then after that, we're going to go into what are they called? Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Then after that, we're going to go into this Madhurya Kadambini and what Lekha, something. That's one book that I just saw. And also we're going to go into the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and this thing. So just hope Krishna to give us a prolonged life, prolonged enthusiasm, sharp knowledge. Okay, because we are learning all these not to go and preach to others or to boast our intellectual. We are learning all these so that we are convincing our body, ourselves, purifying our intelligence, purifying our mind. So with that firm conviction, we start to practice devotional service with full enthusiasm without expecting any result. When you expect the result, when you have something in scarce. மனுஷனுக்கு குறை இருந்தாதான் எதிர்பார்க்க முடியும். எனக்கு இது குறைய எப்படி தீர்ப்பாய் இறைவா, இந்த குறை எனக்கு இவ்வளவு குறைகள் இருக்கு, இந்த குறையை நான் எப்படி தீர்க்க போறேன்? How am I going to get rid of all my what do you call my challenges, my limitation? That's when you start to hanker. But in devotional service, we are feeling so much of satisfaction. There's nothing to hanker and there's nothing to look forward. Everything that comes to you, it is Krishna's blessing. And this is a very wonderful thought process. When I'm reading this, I'm just telling you, see, when I'm giving this class, I'm looking at myself because I can't see anyone. I only can see my face. And I am telling myself, you know, But thank you so much to everyone. My gratitude and my humble obeisance to every one of you for doing this session. So holy places associated with Lord Krishna, such as holy places, that is like Mathura, are appropriate residence for a practitioner. Okay, this appropriate residence. So the holy places of Lord Krishna like Mathura is appropriate, is an ideal place for residence for devotees, practitioner. Among such places, residence in Mathura is the topmost. Among such places, residence in Mathura is the topmost. If any of you can get a chance or have opportunity, if you are retired from family life, if you really think of going and residing in Mathura, go for it. It is something which is very auspicious, right? So residing in Sridham Navadvip is also good. Or is as good. So that means if you say, okay, like for instance, like we Malaysians or foreign devotees, maybe Mathura, Vrindavan can be quite austere because the place is more like a village kind of situation. It's quite austere. But Mayapur, Sridham Navadvip, Navadvip is Mayapur. But Mayapur, they have a international city. You can get every kind of food, especially according to our local, our Malaysian, or even you can get nasi lemak in Mayapur, right? Roti canai. So something, but you are living in this kind of holy place. The place is quite okay because it's managed by all the international community. That should be fine, right? But if you get a chance, just go for it. It is written in Brahmanda Purana. Sri Brahmanda Purana, it says, Shruta, Smrita, Kirtita cha, Vanchita, Prekshita, Gata, Sprashta Shrita, Sevita cha, Madhura Vishta Dayini. One who hears about, remembers, glorifies, desire to achieve, sees from distance, come near, touches, accepts as one shelter, and serves Madhura, achieves fulfillment of all desires. Oh my God. One who hears about, one who remembers, one who glorifies, one who desires to achieve, to go there, one who sees from distance, one come near, touch, accept as one shadow, stay there, migrate there, and serves Mathura, achieves fulfillment of all desires. That is very, very, what do you call? What is the word? Soothing to my heart, because I know I can't go there. And like Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu also won't be, also can't go there because of his advanced age. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, this is for us. Okay? We can create Vrindavan, we can create Mathura, even by hearing
Quite
about
difficult to say alone there.
Yeah, that's why like your age and my financial, the bankruptcy, not possible to go there. But now what in Brahmanda Purana says, when we hear about it, when we remember, we glorify, right? There's one song I really love to sing. Maybe later I will share in the group. No, Vrindavana Ramyasthana, so beautiful. Okay, we can meditate on all these songs, songs of Narottam Das Thakur, and all these the separation of Vrindavan. So we can read about it, we can remember it, we can glorify it, we can desire it, and also if possible we can go there, stay there. What we can still achieve fulfillment of all desire. What desire? Desire to become a millionaire? No. Desire to become a pure devotee of the Lord. Desire to achieve prema bhakti. Right? So, and the devotee of Krishna also counted among Tadiya. Look at that. Krishna also counted among Tadiya, the associates. Right? The devotee of Krishna is also counted among Tadiya. So, first Tadiya is Tulasi. Second Tadiya is Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Third Tadiya, like place like Madhura, Vrindavan. Now, the fourth Tadiya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is explaining, it is the devotee of Krishna. Devotee of Krishna is the fourth Tadiya. And he written in Adi Purana. Adi Purana means the main Purana. Ye me bhakta jana partha, name bhaktascha te jana, mat bhaktanam chaye bhaktas, te me bhakta tamamata. Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, those who are my direct devotees are actually not my devotees. Look at that. We should remember this. Those who are my direct devotees, those who go and become directly approach Krishna, they are not my devotees. But Those who are devotees of my devotee are factually my devotees. So that means when we accept our Guru, we become a devotee to our spiritual master, we devote our life to spiritual master. That is what is Krishna says, that actually he is my devotee. In regard of serving the devotees, Rupa Goswami quoted the following verse from Adi. Oh Krishna, again I made a mistake. Where is the guy? I'm supposed to click the wrong thing. So, Rupa Goswami quoting from Adi Purana in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Yavanti Bhagavad Bhaktir Angani Katitaniha Prayastavanti Tat Bhakta Bhaktir Api Buddha Vidu. The purport is that almost all above mentioned limbs, above all the mentioned limbs, all the limbs that we have mentioned of serving Krishna are accepted in the service of his devotees. So among all the things that we have seen are also accepted in service of his devotee. The reason for the use of word almost, the reason why he used the word almost is that the devotee should be worshipped by offering them Krishna Prasad. Right? So devotee is worshipped. That's why if you are in the temple, if you have a chance to serve, when the time for prasadam, go and join the serving team. Don't be the first to take the plate and stand in the queue. All right? Okay. I'm saying this because you're all not a new devotees. You all are on your way back home, back to Godhead. No, don't take me offended. Don't take me wrong. Because we are on our way back home, back to Godhead. So now we have to speak something a little serious. All right. So this is the opportunity. When you go to temple, when you have a chance to go and serve prasadam, you should know that it's one of the tadiya or one of the angani, or angam, pura angam, or in English we call one of the limbs of the service. So when you go there, you serve Krishna prasadam, and how you should serve? Please, you must have a lot of etiquettes in serving prasadam. Don't serve using your left hand. Serve with your right hand. When you serve prasadam, serve with respect. Don't serve as though you are serving prisoners. You know, the prisoners will be queuing, simply palm, palm, palm. No. You know, you have to serve very respectfully. And you must understand what you are serving. And you also must understand where you should put that serving in that plate. You know, I'm quite sensitive about this. Sometimes I even chastise some devotees for doing that. They put rice, they put dal or curry, and they took the halwa and put they take the halwa or gulab jamun and put it on the curry. Have you seen that before? You know, come on. You know, they simply throw. It sometimes does not mean they use left hand, right, left, right, left. No. What is the rush of clearing the crowd? You are serving the devotees. Let the crowd stand. You know, serve slowly and serve respectfully. Before you serve, take the thing. Put. Is it okay? Put. Like some people don't like certain things. Like some people they have a sensitive to peanuts. You know, don't see everything is prasadam. Simply take and throw. Simply put on the plate. Don't. First you put rice, example. And usually the rice should be the last. But in fact, I've been trying to say, but still haven't. But eventually we will change one day. The rice has to be served the last. All the sabji must go first. Put the sabji one by one, and keep the middle plate empty. Then we put the rice and dal. Right? So anyway, example. So let's follow what's happening now. So you put the rice, you put the dal, you know, and before and the devotee will sing, and they will sing. They will sing left, right, and the plates start getting filled up like Govardhan Hill. Be careful. So you take rice, put, just take, and don't use your understanding. Say you are a person who follow rigorous diet system. You don't eat a lot of rice. If you don't eat a lot of rice, that doesn't mean that you serve the flow a little rice. Enough lah, you're fat. Still don't eat more rice. Don't use this kind of terms. Just take the rice. Is it okay, Prabhu? Would you like to have more? Can I add more? Yeah. Because they feel shy. Yeah, please add a little more. So is it, this is, okay, just put, don't worry, Prabhu, you can still come back and have because we have so much of ample of rice. Alright? Alright. Now, then you can jokingly say, can you just make a hole in between? So a leg, then we can put dal inside. Then you take the dal. So when you take the dal, make sure you just take the plain dal and pour. Alright? Don't take everything with all that potatoes, carrot, everything once you pour out. It will pour out. So what you should do, take the dal and pour on the curry, on the rice. Then you dig out all that vegetables, all that carrot and potatoes and everything. You take it, drain it, and put it at the side of the rice. How you do it that way? And they'll be very pleased. If not, you're going to take the dal along with this, you scoop it and pour it. It's just going to mess up his plate. It looks like a prisoner is waiting. Remember, even if he's a first time coming there, he is a devotee, is coming there because he has some kind of attraction, and it is my duty to serve him with full love, respect, full love and respect. Then you take this, then you go to the next one. Then you take sabji. Can I serve you this? Is it okay for you? Yes, please. Just take and put it in one corner. Then you take, just take one kind of vegetable. Then you've got another vegetable, right? Then you take the vegetable and put exactly the side of the previous vegetable. If the taste is different or doesn't contradict, put it that way. Then you take the sweet and halwa, put it in a place where it doesn't mix with curry or other vegetable, right? Then you take the fried thing. Don't put it on a curry. Don't soak it. Then put it in a separate, right? Then you take that fruit. When you take the fruits, just put it at a nice place. Just do it respectfully. Don't take the fruit and put it on a curry. Take the halwa, put on the curry. Then what's the point of cooking varieties? After we cook, we take everything and pour into one big wok and just stir it and just serve like khichdi. Why do we need to have separation? Right? Remember, always remember this. And the Krishna Prasad, if you take, all right, don't get very excited. Some prasadam is very tempting. Even I'm talking my what? What is so it's so tempting. So when the thing is so tempting, please remember, every morsel, every single grain on that plate is going to deliver you from repeated birth and death. Remember that very clearly. Therefore, the way I'm going to honor prasadam, it is with full respect. Don't eat while chatting. So how? Hare Krishna, how's your life? Oh, okay. And how your daughter studying? No, that's not the way. If you need to isolate yourself, go and isolate yourself. When people think you're antisocial, let them think. Sit in one corner. Take the prasadam. And you just remember, oh dear Krishna, I am going to consume this in. I am chanting and hearing and I'm consuming your name through my mind. But now I'm going to consume you through my most active senses in my body, my tongue. My tongue is so bad, it is so rotten, and I don't have any other way that I can purify my tongue. Therefore, my Lord, you have given me such a great blessing. You have given me such a great blessing, and through that blessing, I am going to purify my tongue. Okay, I am purifying my tongue. So that means you take every morsel of that prasadam and enjoy it. Your aim is to purify. Your aim not to fill your belly. Of course, the side effect is filling your belly, faint. Not eat your throat and become faint, right? Your aim is to purify yourself. So take the portion that you can finish. And once you're done, you can go back and take a second serving. Especially in ISKCON Ipoh, our prasadam is abundant. That's why I see the devotees in Ipoh all fat. Except Keshavan. Keshavan, you need to build up your tummy. Correct? You see that even we, what the pull that we here. Keshavan is here. Then who's here? Vivan also here. Vivan all got a big tummy, big stomach. Because prasadam here is so nice and so abundant. go for a second serve. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur said it very nicely. Sarira avidejal jodendrai tohetal jiva pele vishay sagore toro madhye jiva ote lobo moy sudur mate take jeta tatine sangsare. Krishna bado doyo moy kori bare jiva joy swaprashat anna dilobai say anna murtapau Radha Krishna Gunagav Preme Dako Chaitanya Nita. Oh brothers, this material body is a network of ignorance, and the senses are one's deadly enemies, for they throw the soul into the ocean of material sense enjoyment. Among the senses, the tongue is the voracious. The tongue is the one that most a terrorist in your body. Okay, tongue is the most voracious and verily wicked. The tongue is very wicked. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world. Oh, brothers, Lord Krishna is very merciful. Just to control the tongue, he has given us the remnants of his food. Now, please eat these nectarian grains while singing the glories of their Lordship, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, and in love, call out, Chaitanya Nitai, Chaitanya Nitai. Right? So the prasadam is that. So when we eat prasadam, we should be in meditation. Radhe Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Chaitanya. You have to go into ecstatic feeling. Now you all understand? Right? I'm also reminding myself of this. Why I'm talking about this? Of course, we don't talk this to a new person, but since we are all taking bhakti very seriously, that's why we are known as the practitioner. This is certain things we have to follow. All right. So with that, we end the session here. And tomorrow we're going to discuss all other limbs such as offering obeisances remain the same. All right. So all the other limbs of offering obeisances remain the same. And now we're talking about the next one. We're going to say about the practitioner should hold festival. Now we talk about festival. Monday. Okay. So today is Friday, right? Tomorrow, yes, Friday, Saturday. Okay, we meet on Monday morning and we're going to continue this. Okay, please mark this thing because we're going to. Can you imagine so fast? I just feel like Krishna. Do you all feel the time flies fast? Yes or not? Hare Krishna. Is it recording? Do you all feel the time running fast, dear devotees?
Yes, Prabhu.
Why? Yeah? Why you feel the time running fast?
2 hours spent in the morning here. Then
Oh,
after
yeah.
that, chanting, and then reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and then revising back what we went through in the morning. It's like
Okay.
keeps me occupied. I feel like there's not enough time. I'm rushing to do housework here and there.
Oh, you know why we feel the time running fast? When the time actually run fast. Sometimes when you're having a festival, right? Deepavali, or sometimes when we go for a family reunion dinner, we have a family gathering. Yes or not?
Mm.
It feels like, say, like you travel, you go for a holiday, example, you go to India for 1 week, 10 days. Whenever you are very happy, you feel your time flies very fast. Yes or not?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
Prabhu,
true.
when we are enjoying it.
Yeah, when you're enjoying it. So what this means? You are in
Into-
the
Yeah.
path.
Yeah, we are already absorbed into it.
Consciousness. Yes or not? You are in the right consciousness, you are in the right path. So like now, okay, now it's 10:58. Immediately now I have to go and offer my prasadam, then I'll bring food for my children. Then fetch them back, come back. Then evening I'll just take a short nap, then continue my japa at night. Then today's gone.
Yeah, time is passing like that now. It's very nice.
Exactly. I mean, don't feel very anxiety, Lama, time is going. What am I going to do? Very nice, very nice. Okay, there's some questions here. But before the questions, craving for Sunday feast. Everyone is craving. All right, Kesavan, your belly should go big. Shanti, very. All right. So, okay.
Hare
Vaishnav,
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhu. I like to put in something maybe you can advise. You see, we we have a Chinese yatra here, but the problem is there's always hearing the discourse about, oh, if you cannot finish it, you will come back next life, you will continue, you know. So so much so it's like maybe they will take it for granted that, oh yeah, so this time I got to get initiated first. I will come into next life to do it. So it was at least so sure that it is like that. So, but the Gita and the Bhaktiyaloka definitely say that you will suffer. You see? But then the thing is the thing is they just keep on going. So I just want to understand that why the teaching is like initially to be like this, and then in fact the devotional service I think spoken in the chapter 9 or 3, right? It said if you are not faithful in devotional service, also you will come into the place of this cycle of birth and death. You see? So I just want to have some idea that probably they don't have that kind of a scenario in their head. So they were thinking, okay, they will take it seriously, bit by bit, maybe. You see, they will do it.
Yeah.
Now they just want to enjoy it and not even a bit. They are moving. You see? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very nice. Actually, when you see that, the first of all, that when you look at Bhagavad Gita, first it starts slow. You know, how this impurity came upon you, don't worry. You know, the soul cannot be perished. So it starts slow. As he goes chapter 2, then he comes to chapter 3, don't expect any result, just do your job. Then chapter 4, the divine knowledge, you know, that this is the place of suffering, not showing, you know, it's not that they're going to die, you know, somewhere or other they can survive. Then chapter 5, then what result? Then as we go on, that means getting slow and it becoming more and more intense. We become intensify, then come to chapter 7, the confidential part, and chapter 9, the confidential knowledge, and it becomes so and so intense. Right? The draft goes so intense. Then after that, it comes down. Then it comes chapter 13. It becoming more and more this intense. So that means then after we finish our Bhagavad Gita, we understand Bhagavad Gita. Then starts Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is getting even more intense. What is the second verse? Dharma projita kaitavatra. Give up all kind of religion. Because finally the Bhagavad Gita says, give up all varieties of religion, just surrender unto me. I will save you from all kind of sin. Sarva dharmam parityaja mam ekam sharanam braja. Dharma. Okay. So mam ekam, just surrender only to me. I will take care of you. Sarva papa pape. I save you from all kind of sins. Then comes Srimad Bhagavatam, becoming more intense. Then after that, go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, even more intense. Then reading the commentary, the purport of the Acharya is even more intense. There's one book Vivan shared with me. He said, Prabhu, shall we discuss this? When I read through the book, I got a shock. The instructions of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. It is even more intense. So what we are doing, Prabhu, our acceptability is according to our growth, right? So then as we grow up, as we becoming more and more mature in Bhakti, we become more and more mature in Bhakti, we could accept more and more confidential things. So what is the thing we understand? Formally, we understand just chant Hare Krishna, we can go back.
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
rules and there is what they call, there is terms and condition applied. The tiny small word down there, terms and condition applied. And what is the terms? You have to do this. All right, first you have to chant 16 rounds minimum. First they say chant Hare Krishna and we have. They come, they sing Hare Krishna. Then they said, we give the mala. I say, now you try 1, 2 round. Yeah, you feel good? Now try 16. Then after that, slowly we say, since you are feeling good, why not try to avoid eating meat? Why do we need to give up meat? Well, it's good, but let me tell you why meat is bad. Meat is actually dead body. Your stomach become a graveyard. And that animal is not died naturally, it got killed. So it become a criminal. You kill that animal and you secretly swallow it into your body. How disgusting. And the animal is born out of semen, like goat, cow, all born of semen. That means a semen joined and an ovary, and the whole body is the combination of the semen and the whole, basically the semen. The semen take the foam and imagine you're eating that, semen that turned into a flesh. Is it nice? Wow. Then why they ask you to, for Taipusam, they ask you to take 40 days vegetarian? Why? Because vegetarian is the only conducive diet if you want to practice bhakti. Now you feel good about chanting Hare Krishna. Then, if you want to feel even better, try not eating meat. But Prabhu, I can't give up. Like once one person said, Prabhu, I love satay. I go everywhere. Okay, I can be a vegetarian. But when I smell the satay smell comes to me, I will like as though float to that place. It's okay. Doesn't matter. You want to enjoy satay, go ahead. But chant Hare Krishna. And they go on eating and today she feels the satay smell is the most nastiest smell. And I'm happy to see most of the devotees are not even going to Pasamala because they can't tolerate the smell of dim sum, what you call the lean pork, and all, especially in Ipoh, the first garden area, they have daging panggang, daging, lalai or something like that, right? The thin layer. So it's like that. So they say, oh, you be vegetarian, okay, now. Then how about others all give up? Okay, now, why not get initiated, get connected? Right? Then you found a guru, then take a guru. Then like that. Okay, once I get a guru, will I go back home? Yes, that's the possibilities are there. But now in Bhaktiyaloka, we understand something new here. As we go on deeper and deeper into the subject, what we understand, the guru gives us what? The guru gives us, of course, he gives you name, he change your name, he change everything, fair enough. But he gives you the Bhakti Lata beach. Right? The creeper of devotional service in the form of a seed. And you have to take the seed and sow it in a nice place. And you have to protect the seed by all means. Right? Because after trillions of birth and death, today you got the seed at last. And that seed will go into a tree and going to break open all this spiritual material world and going to go straight to Goloka Vrindavan. Right? And when the seed grows, it takes you along. You don't even need to climb on the tree. And how the seed is going to grow? So while the seed is growing, you'll be under the tutelage of your spiritual master. Your spiritual master will tell you, now do this, do that, do this, do that. When the spiritual master gives instruction, don't go against him. You know why? Because he knows you. Because he's a Chaitya Guru, the Guru in your heart. He knows you. So he'll tell you, you do this. I remember once, many years ago, I think around 30 years ago, there's one Mataji used to chant 32 rounds and everything. So she come and tell, I chant 32 rounds. I didn't get it. Oh, Mataji, I chant 5 rounds also struggle. You chanting 32 rounds, amazing. And she usually itself in the kitchen, she have no time for the kitchen. She come to the temple, she'll be sitting in one place and make sure she sit in a place where it's very visible that people can see her chanting and all this. So I didn't notice that. So one day, my Guru Maharaj, our spiritual master came, his Holiness Jayapataka Swami came to Malaysia. He came to Ipoh and he was giving darshan. Then he asked how many rounds you're chanting, how many rounds you're doing, So I was always trying to wake him by calling me, you come in, how many rounds? Maharaj, I'm trying hard to chant 4 rounds. You can do it, no worries. But make that 4 rounds perfectly. So then suddenly this Mataji came forward. Hare Krishna, yes. Maharaj, I'm chanting 32 rounds. Everybody, wow. And you know what Guru Maharaj said to her? No need. Maintain your 60 enough. And I got a shock. Everyone got a shock. Why do Guru Maharaj need to tell her not to chant 32 but maintain your 60? She said, and he said very gravely, just look at it, no need. Just do your 60. Nothing more. Then I was wondering, but only I was meditating on this just mainly for the last 30 years or 25 years. I was thinking about it. But then I realized that Mataji who chant 32 rounds, she started to develop a kind of false ego in her. The end of the day, the goal is not prema, not bhava, not ecstasy, but the satisfaction. I did 32. Can you imagine? So you start to chant like a machine gun. Another 20 bomb. 32. Hey, you know what? I've done 32. So the idea about chanting is not to show how many rounds you chant or what kind of, like yesterday Kesan asked, the big beats. It doesn't matter what beats you use or what kind of chanting you do. It's the quality of your mantra. But if you sincerely do it, just like the child sincerely want to walk to you. All right. I just say you want the child to come, you want child to walk. So you stand far away and you say, come to me, and show some toys, show some gift, show some gift or some toys, some sweets. Hey, ding, 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 come. And the child wants it. The child get up, fall down. Get up, crawl, get up, fall down. Get up, crawl. But we don't go and rush to the child and take. No, we just stand there and say, come, ding, 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 like that. Similarly, Krishna is doing that. Krishna is offering you spiritual world. Krishna is offering you Sachit Ananda Vigraha, beautiful form, beauty and everything. Krishna is offering you all opulent. Krishna is offering you all happiness and peace. Krishna is agreeing of offering you, promising you that he will get rid of all his material body and take you, become his personal associate. And Krishna says he will revive your personal distinct. He's there, but it's just ding, 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 ding. But we are trying, walk calm, we fall down. We are calm, struggling, we waking up, falling down, and like that. Right? But eventually we'll achieve it. So like going back to Godhead in this very birth itself, or staying back and get born again in this future birth, it is meant for the new devotees to instruct them, to excite them. It's not wrong. Achintya Veda Abheda Tattva is right and not right. But it's not wrong. All right? It's disputed. We can debate it, but it's not wrong. Right? So when you chant only Hare once, you can get a max birth as human being, guaranteed. Then how about all these is studied in Harinam Chittavan anyway. So Chaitanya Daya Prabhu. So what we are saying, we are going step by step. But today, just tell yourself, you are here listening to this, you are moving from ordinary to the next level, extraordinary. All right. So since you are coming up and taking up this commitment of being an extraordinary devotee, right? And just by remembering that I don't have a past, I don't have a future, it's extraordinary belief system, which I never thought of. This Bhaktiyaloka Thakur is in this book. I've read this book, but I didn't know all this. I never encountered, I never realized all this. Tadiya, I never knew Tadiya. But I was thinking, I read it. But where did I read Tadiya? You know? So now Bhaktivinoda Thakur is revealing himself. And we are considered the most fortunate. So you are here this far. If you still want to compromise on chanting of 16 rounds, that is merely your ignorance. Because after realizing yourself and not doing it, you are ignoring. And continuous ignoring, we call it ignorance. So please come out of it. Chant your 16 rounds. By hook or by crook. Do not need to sit one place. Yesterday, I did Japa walk in Polo Ground. Very nice. Right? I just look up, I just chant. Managed to finish 16 rounds. Yesterday I was very busy. I did only in the evening. By right, I supposed to do early in the morning. So like that. So by hook or crook, do your 16 rounds and together empowered by the teachings of Bhaktiyaloka. And in the future, when you go to Rasamrita City, if you want to, I promise you, dear devotees, all right, after what I have experienced it, when we go to Rasamrita, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu or Madhurya Kadambini, I won't be surprised if you go to tell me, just continue the class 5-6 hours a day. 2 hours is not sufficient. Do you know that no one in Malaysia are giving 2 hours class? Their class maximum 45 minutes to 1 hour. We are the only ones sitting and discussing for 2 solid hours. Why? Because we got a taste. And people are even also wondering, how can early in the morning, 9 o'clock, I mean, not early, 9 o'clock in the morning, but 15 people turn up, average, yes. In evening, only few people turn up. In morning, so many people turn up. Like just now, Chiang Prabhu, you saw the way he looked. He's painting, he's a contractor, right? While he's working as a contractor, renovating, I think I saw some paint on his hand, fingers. That means he's painting halfway. But while doing that, he's absorbing himself in this thing. So what happened? His entire job of painting and renovating the place is turned into devotional service. That is the practical meaning. I'm doing my job, but my meditation and my thought is into Krishna pastime. All right. So now a last question to take before we end the session. It's already 11:50. Any questions now? Any reflection? If you have any reflection, please share in the group. Okay. Then okay, if there's no reflection, no questions, we end the session here. So again, my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you, Sadguna Mataji, Shong Prabhu, Chaitanya Daya Prabhu, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, Chana Lakshmi Mataji, Nanda Devi Mataji. I got two Nanda Devi here. All right, Nanda Devi part 2. And Karpiya Saraswati Mataji, Shanti Mataji, Rajan Prabhu, Rusan Mataji, Kesavan Prabhu, and Vivan Manikam Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances, my heartfelt gratitude for being very enthusiastic. With your enthusiasm, I am also gaining a lot of benefit by reading this Bhaktiyaloka. The next, we're going to meet on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. And those who are around Sunday, please go and visit your nearest ISKCON temple, because there's no compromise when it comes to go for Sunday feast. Join them, join the kirtan, join the this, and after that, enjoy prasada. Okay. Till then, have a beautiful and blissful weekend. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha paditanam pavinibhyo vaishnavebhayo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Prabhu.
Hare
All good.
Krishna, Prabhu. Obeisance
Hare
to
Krishna Prabhu.
you. Thank you.